What's going on YouTube? I got another video for you here. So for this video, I'm going to share with you guys some tweets that I saw that are about yours truly. I found these tweets to be very interesting, so let's get right into it. So as you can see right here, this is the Twitter account. It says Head Ninja in Charge. So he made a few tweets about me. And so I'm going to be going over those tweets. But as you can see here, it says, I'm the shinobi that you don't want to mess with. And then hashtag FBA. So that's going to be a reoccurring theme we're going to see. Hashtag FBA. So this is the first tweet that I saw from Head Ninja in Charge. Now, as you can see here, it says he made this tweet August 19th, 2022. So he's been watching my videos for a while, way before I even know who this guy was, right? But as looking into the tweet, it says Mulatto Vanguard, Hybrid Vigor, and Angry Biracial. These racist biracials who are anti-black and anti-black racist. That's very general and broad. And then it says, who make videos about black people all day? Really? No. And talking about us as a people. And I highlighted this, is very important. He says these clowns need to be dealt with immediately and be removed. Now, what is he implying by that? That we need to be dealt with immediately. He capitalizes that as well. And be removed. So I'm not guessing, I know for certain this guy is not an advocate of free speech. Very interesting. So moving along to the second tweet. This one was made a couple weeks after the other one. So this one says September 7, 2022. And he puts, Mulatto Vanguard is anti-black biracial who spew, the one thing you'll notice is grammar is not good, who spew alt-right talking points about black people and thinks it's factual. The guy has some psychological problems that he needs to be checked on. Overall, he is a nutcase that need to be put in check for his bad mouthing. I highlight that as well because that's another threat. He puts, I need to be checked for bad mouthing, but he doesn't provide any specifics as far as bad mouthing. And he says right here, alt-right talking points. But it's like, why don't you timestamp or clip a video of something I said that you don't like, that you don't agree with? Then perhaps you give me something I could work with. Then I could be like, oh, okay, I can see how you might be offended by that. He doesn't provide that, any sources, right? He just generalizes everything and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like free speech. So he's going to say, I need to be put in check for bad mouthing. Interesting threats. Okay, and then the next tweet that I saw, this is, the next month. This is October 5th, 2022. So this is last year, guys. And I'm just seeing this pretty much now. But it says this Mulatto Vanguard guy is basically a white man in beige skin who parrots right-wing talking points about black people on the internet. He is on YouTube, by the way, throwing black people he capitalizes collectively under the bus and bad-mouthing us in the process. I find it interesting because he says I'm on YouTube. Why the hell are you on Twitter, acting funny style? Since I'm over on YouTube, why don't you come over to YouTube and challenge the so-called rhetoric that you don't agree with? You're going to a whole nother platform with a whole separate audience, and you look at has one retweet, one like. Those are him. He's liking and retweeting his own crap. So obviously he doesn't really have an audience. But another thing is that he puts collectively, which is a bold-faced lie. I specifically call out specific demographics and segments that are problematic towards mulatto people, biracial, mixed race people. I am extremely specific. I don't generalize collectively any group of people. So that's a false statement. Continuing on. Okay, and here's another tweet of him. Now, this one's this year, right? So this is actually kind of fresh, I guess you can say, a couple months ago. It says March 9th. And I'll read it. It says, and again, this same anti-black biracial racist mother effer from YouTube has a TikTok too. This dude is spreading his anti-black message and propaganda all across social media platforms. And I highlighted another threat he makes. I've already counted. That's like 3 threats he's making on Twitter, right? He says his ass need to be dealt with immediately. He used the word immediately months back in 2022. What are you doing, man? And you're on Twitter and I'm on YouTube, okay? Twitter, they're not a free speech proponent. I mean, a lot of these social media, probably most of them are not. People get deplatformed on TikTok and Even Facebook is bad. You get put in Facebook jail, Twitter. So a lot of these platforms, that's why the alternative platforms are popping up. The important thing I want to mention is this guy, in none of his tweets, he specifies anything that I said that is detrimental. Nothing. He makes all these generalized statements, and he's against free speech. Very important. So when we're looking here, this is one of his accomplices, I guess, because I seen there kind of retweeted each other or commented on similar posts, but he made a comment about me as well. Chocolate Samurai, son of Akebulon. So we're gonna look into a tweet that he made about me, but it's very similar language, right? The stance. So check this out. So, and again, with this tweet, he made this all the way back in August 2022. So it flew under the radar with me. I don't know who these characters are, but yeah, this guy made this tweet and he says some racially ambiguous dude on YouTube talking about black people and bad mouthing us as a people. There again, he generalizes, right, to kind of stir up, hysteria pretty much. And look at how I highlight here. It says somebody should G-check that clown quick, fast, and a hiccup and put his ass in his damn place. I mean, it's very interesting. He doesn't specify anything I'm saying bad. It's just, oh, this guy's a bad guy. Somebody needs to G-check him. So he's basically dog whistling, right, to the mob to censor free speech. This is completely anti-American. And there's no sources. There's no specific timestamps. You're not clipping anything. You're basically just like, he's bad-mouthing us. I don't like what he's saying. We need to G-check him. I mean, this is startling, shit. So, and with that, as you saw the examples with the tweets I provided with you, and you have the dates, the kind of timestamps, and the actual, verbiage that they were using, making public threats on a platform, there's actually a petition out here for people just like that who use that hashtag FBA and hashtag B1. And a lot of these people, they want to censor your speech. And there's people who've already developed a petition for them. And you can see here on the screen. And with this petition, it says stop the hate, hashtag FBA hate group, hashtag ADOS hate group. I didn't develop this petition. This petition was shared to me from somebody else, and I noticed it, and I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. They actually have a petition out there, And then when you look at the receipts I provided, where you have these people who used the whole B1 and son of Al-Kebulon and all this stuff, and they're talking about G-check and put him in his place immediately. They're publicly making threats, and they're publicly against free speech. And so I'm not surprised there's a petition out here for people just like that. The same people who want to beg they massa for reparations and all this stuff, and they cry on the internet all day about being a victim of white supremacy and all that. They cry about they white massa. The same people are going to get on the internet, get on Twitter, and they're going to go to you and look at you and try to censor you. I mean, this stuff is just out of control. I'm just here to basically report it to you guys. So just observing all of that, all of those tweets and the hostile threats in those tweets, it definitely helps our case as far as the mulatto plight. And as a collective, when we analyze that and look at, hey, there's people who are anti-American, they're against free speech. And a lot of these people are the same people who want to be victims in a society. But if you say something that they don't agree with, of course, they're not going to pinpoint what they don't agree with. They just don't like how it sounds. They want to take away your right to free speech, and they want to threaten you and impose harm on you as an individual, as a group, as a collective. We have to be serious about this stuff. And like I said, this is just more data and more receipts to help strengthen our cause and our plight. So it's something to be aware of, something to notice, and of course, collect the information. And as always, until next time, sayonara.